Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and in this video I will be going over the new 4K Ultra HD pre-orders and announcements for February 3rd, 2023. Now keep in mind release dates and technical specs are subject to change. If there are any changes or additional retailer exclusives, I will update them in a future video. Also, be sure to check out my previous 4K pre-order videos for titles you may be looking for and were not covered here. Direct Amazon links to the titles listed in this video when they are live can be found on the channel's community page. The official release date for Damien Chazelle's Babylon is going to be March 21st. It will have a standard slipcover edition, and it will have HDR Dolby Vision for the grading and a Dolby Atmos audio mix. This also includes the non-exclusive Steelbook edition of the 4K, and both this and the slipcover are currently available at Amazon and other online retailers. On March 28th, Paramount will have the 10th anniversary edition of G.I. Joe Retaliation as a 4K non-exclusive Steelbook. It will have the same technical specs as the previous release on 4K, which means HDR, Dolby Vision for the grading, and a Dolby UHD 7.1. This non-exclusive Steelbook is currently up for pre-order. Recently on the channel, I did a top 10 Netflix movies that should get a 4K physical release, and All Quiet on the Western Front was definitely in there. Now, we are expecting a 4K physical edition, so stay with me for a minute. The film will be released in Germany first on March 24th with the original German title. The English titled version is supposedly coming on March 28th from MPI. Now, when I get official confirmation for that and the original artwork, I will go ahead and post that here in a future video. Now, as technical specs go, we're expecting HDR and Dolby Vision and a German Dolby Atmos audio mix with English subtitles. So when all this becomes official, stay tuned to a future video and I'll update that accordingly. On April 4th, the Shout Factory Select line will have Midnight Run starring Robert De Niro coming to 4K. No official tech specs have been announced, but at the very least expect HDR and possibly a DTS 5.1. This is currently up for pre-order over at Amazon. The official artwork for Cool Hand Luke starring Paul Newman, the 4K edition, has been revealed from Warner Brothers, and the release date is April 4th. Now, tech specs have not been officially announced, but I think HDR and DTS audio are probably a safe bet. A Best Buy exclusive Steelbook edition of the film is also going to be made available. Now, the slipcover and the Steelbook are not currently up for pre-order at either retailer, but stay tuned to the channel and the channel's community page when these listings go live. In last week's video, Flashdance was given the official release date of April 11th. Well, now the artwork has been revealed, and let's just say it's interesting, especially if you have a somewhat dirty mind. And as far as tech specs go, HDR and Dolby Vision and a DTS audio will be expected. As part of its 100th anniversary celebration, Warner Brothers will have the Maltese Falcon coming to 4K on April 11th. As far as tech specs go, expect HDR and a DTS audio mix. Now, I saw online that there seems to be a Steelbook edition of the Maltese Falcon on 4K, but I couldn't get confirmation if it was coming to US stores such as Best Buy or if this was an international-only release. When I know either way, I will update that in a future video in the channel's community page. On April 18th, Shout Factory Scream Factory will have the 4K edition of The Haunting of Julia. I have to admit, I've actually never even heard of this movie before, but I love a good ghost story, so I'll probably be doing a blind buy. The 4K edition is currently up for pre-order at online retailers. April 18th, Warner Brothers will also have another 4K release for their 100th anniversary, and that is James Dean starring in Rebel Without a Cause. The slipcover edition will be readily available at online retailers, and a Best Buy exclusive Steelbook edition is also expected. Both of these will support HDR and DTS audio and are going to be up for pre-order probably in the next week or two. On April 25th, Indicator will have two limited edition 4K releases. First up, Two Orphaned Vampires, and this film will support HDR and Dolby Vision and a DTS audio mix. And the second release from Indicator will be The Shiver of the Vampires on 4K, HDR, Dolby Vision, and DTS audio, and also a release date of April 25th. Shout Factory Scream Factory will have Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs getting its 4K release April 25th. HDR is expected and probably a DTS audio. This is currently up for pre-order over at Amazon. Just about a week ago, the original The Italian Job made its way to 4K from Kino Lorber. Well, and now it looks like it's the remake's turn, as on May 16th, it will be coming to 4K Ultra HD. No tech specs, artwork, or anything like that have been announced, but at the very least, expect HDR audio, and I would very much like to see a Dolby Atmos upgrade here, depending on who releases it. So stay tuned to the channel for updated information, artwork, and technical specs. Over at Best Buy, it appears a new listing has gone live for Iron Man on 4K to get a new Steelbook edition on September 5th. We don't have the artwork yet, so I'm just using the original poster art here. Expect the same technical specs as the previous release, which means HDR and Dolby Atmos for the audio. When the new artwork is revealed, I will update that in a future video. Kino Lorber announced the other day that Arnold Schwarzenegger starring in Kindergarten Cop is coming to 4K. HDR and Dolby Vision are expected, and a DTS audio mix. No word yet on the release date, so probably expect it either at the tail end of 2023 or early 2024. International listings have the 4K edition of East of Eden coming sometime in 2023, presumably in the next few months or early summer. Now, we don't have an official release date for the US edition, but I expect it to follow soon after. The same can be said for Rio Bravo, starring John Wayne, coming to 4K sometime this year. Once again, when the US listings go live, I will update that in a future video. Just arriving in theaters as of today, M. Night Shyamalan's Knock at the Cabin is getting a 4K release, and the pre-order listing just went live over at Amazon. We don't have a release date, technical specs, and this is probably not the actual artwork going to be used, but stay tuned to the channel and I will update that accordingly. On this week's The Abyss Watch 2023, unfortunately, no new news. Now, of course, we're all expecting that infamous March release that was hinted at several months ago, but as we get closer, it's looking less and less likely. If I had to guess, I don't think it's happening in March. I'm pretty confident it's going to happen, if at all, in the back half of 2023. But stay tuned to the channel, and I will update all that information as it becomes available. So those are the new 4K pre-orders and announcements for February 3rd, 2023. There are a couple other titles on 4K I'm waiting to get more confirmation on before I include them in a future video. But look for an actual release date for the Superman collection very soon, and possibly a new Steelbook collection of a popular franchise coming in the near future. And also, I want to hear from you. What are you planning to pick up that was listed in this video? Let me know in the comments down below. And please, if you decide to pick up anything, please use the Amazon affiliate link in the comments section or the channel's community page for direct links. And finally, I want to say a special thank you to all my Patreons for your continued support. It is very much appreciated. If you would like to support me through Patreon, I will leave a link in the description of this video. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.